Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for having us. Mariana, Jolanta, and I are very excited to be presenting the website development for Route 1 Specialized. We have a very diverse team in both agile skill set and areas of expertise. So this was really exciting to get to do. Um, Moving on, our vision causes for innovation, for safety standards, for sustainability and customer service. And we are committed to excellence in transportation because we connect the people, the businesses, and the communities around the world. Um, this drives our mission. And our mission is to meet each of our customer needs and preferences. Now, because we have a diverse customer base, there are differing needs, and Route 1 Specialized caters to our customer needs. We're going to take a look at now some of the services that we provide, and we since Route 1 specializes in transportation, we wanted to make sure that the customer themselves knew that they were dealing with a a specialized organization. We are a minority business and one of the innovative trucking companies here in the USA. So our different trailers, our step deck, um, oversized loads, anywhere you go where the road isn't wide enough for that transportation to come through, um, we do have to have specialized permits and so forth. The team is very knowledgeable. So, in order to meet our customers' needs, we can actually specialize the requirements for your load as well as the freight permits that are needed because we have expertise in transportation. So, our context diagram, just giving a high level vision for what our website will do. We're going to be interacting with our customers, different businesses that we work for, our drivers, and we also will be working with job seekers. So interactions with the website uh, go further than just showing what we offer. We are also showing job postings, different schedules for the routes for the drivers to be able to come in and check on their routes, operation services, best practices within the industry, our rates and availability as well, because that's a big driving point for our target customers. Now, our target customers want to attract and serve with their products and services. So again, we're catering to shippers, carriers, freight brokers, job seekers, distributors, and manufacturers in the US. In order for us to generate the ideas for this website, we did use a Miro board for our brainstorming session. We began answering the who, what, when, and why, and how. So we identified those that were going to be using our system, what they were going to be interacting with. So they're going to be gathering information. Our social media presence is going to be shown, as well as when we're doing things. So we're looking to have a working website here in 3 months, with the social media added within 6 months. We want to add value to our customers, and definitely attract new customers. So those are just a few of the questions that we answered. Now, in order to implement these things, we wanted to develop um, an easy way to navigate the website, uh, easy to use design, and we wanted to incorporate definitely with the social media presence. It's very important nowadays. Um, so our definition of done is having completed all of our required testing and documentation. We also want to make sure that we're implementing our acceptance criteria. Um, our products and stakeholders are going to have reviewed our system and our documentation and so forth, so that they can go ahead and give us the final check off on it. We want everything to be accessible and compatible with the different browsers that are out nowadays. We want to be able to continuously monitor and gather feedback. We want functional and non-functional testing completed, and we want to have our documentation, as I said, available to stakeholders and users. Once the content is being reviewed and approved, we know we're moving forward. So now we're going to hear from Mariana, and she's going to discuss our product roadmap phase. Mariana, take it away.
Thank you, Melanie. So give me thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Okay, nice. So next I'll present our product roadmap phase, which has includes product goal and estimation. So our product roadmap is going to have 4 phases, which is planning and discovery, design and development, testing and quality assurance, and launch and post-launch. So for example, for the first phase, we have planning and discovery, which is going to take 2 to 4 weeks. As a product goal, we have got the requirements for stakeholder and define goal and success criteria, develop user personas and use cases, conduct a competitive analysis and identify industry best practice, and develop a project plan and establish timeline. So here's our product roadmap, which we have releases. We have product goal, we have launch estimations, we have epics, and then we have estimation for each epic, and we have size for each epic, and we have priority. So for example, in the first release, we're gonna have our estimation is 3 months. As you can see here, we have different epic, which is a homepage, about us page, service page, contact page, and partners and gallery. So for homepage, we have medium size, and then for about us page is also medium size. So as you can see here, we have like estimation like 5 months, but we estimate only 3 months. So in this case, we're gonna do the high priority, which is gonna be homepage, about us page, and service page. So here we have release plan. So in our first release, which is gonna take 3 months, we're gonna do, as I mentioned, the high priority, which is Epic 1, Epic 2, and Epic 3. For example, I will take our only Epic 1, which is a homepage. So our Epic has many stories. Then we have user story and estimation points. So for our first story, we have user story is as a potential customers, I want to be able to easily navigate on the homepage and quickly understand what the website offers. So estimation for this story, it's 5 story points. As we can see here for the first epic, we're gonna have 15 story points total. So here we have acceptance criteria for epic 1, which is a homepage. So here we have user story summary, which is a homepage wireframe, homepage easy navigation, service and capabilities, and contact. So for the homepage wireframe, acceptance criteria is the homepage should have a clear and concise navigation menu with links to all main sections on the website. The links in the navigation menu should lead to the About Us, service, and Contact Us page, and should be functional. Also, we included the component, which is HMPG, so that's related for a homepage. Now we're moving to JIRA, which we have a sprint backlog. So as we can see, we have different releases. So each release has many epics. In this case, we have homepage epic, about us, and service page. So each epic has a different kind of story, and each story has different kind of tasks. So as we can see here, each tasks we assigned for each member of our group. Next, we have active sprint, where we can see what we have to do, what is in progress, and what we have done. So here's the road map, which we can see that release 1 it's complete, and release 2 is in progress. Here we have sprint velocity, which we can see the first sprint has 8 story points. The second sprint has 7 story points. So next sprint is gonna be the velocity is gonna be 7 story points. Also, we have team capacity. So we have 10 days sprint, which from these 2 days, we're going to have 2 days meetings. So that means we're going to have 8 productive days and 8 working hours. So for one member, we're going to have 64 hours. And for the whole team, we're going to have 384 hours. So that's it for 6 members. For success criteria, I'll pass to Yolanta.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. If someone can, just let me know. Awesome. So now I'm going to talk about our success in this project. So first one is the high return of the investment. That means we earn significant profit compared to the amount of money initially invested. Project scope are met. All of the requirements were fulfilled. Successful user story. In the other word, the service process of the user support meets the user needs and provides significant assistance and solutions to their issues, concerns, so the user can get the most of our product. Then we also have positive user experience. Overall, users were very happy and very satisfied. Next, please. In our team, we had a project manager, Melania, a Scrum Master, Yolanta, and our very hardworking development team, including Samit, Mariana, Dave, Ajay. Next, please. Our key challenges: coordinate the different availabilities of time members. We had to find the time that would work for everyone from the team. Another challenge that we faced was the different background of members. And the solution we found is knowledge sharing. Experienced team members can share their expertise, best practices, and lessons learned with newbies. Next, please. Tools we used in this project was PowerPoint, Excel, JIRA, WebEx, WhatsApp, Miro. Next, please. And we are done. Thank you. And now we welcome questions.
First of all, you're a big round. This is awesome. So someone in your team knows how to create a super duper PowerPoint. So first of all, awesome job. I like the color. I like the combinations, the way everything is meticulously done very well, like very professional touch. I could not even find any mistake there. So first of all, whoever has done PowerPoint, amazing. If everyone has done, all of you guys are now pro. Question for, we'll start with Melanie. First question. When you started this project, it appears the detail you provided looks like you have a domain knowledge. Is that true? project manager, if you can hear me. Melanie, can you hear me? No? People on phone, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So my question is, do you guys have a domain knowledge for this project? Because I saw that the very detail you provided, not only truck size, truck type, truck features and all. So I just want to know, like, how did you come up with such a great domain knowledge?
I'm gonna go ahead and give that one to Mariana. I'm sorry that I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, go ahead, Melanie.
Yeah, yeah, I can answer this question. So I was inspired about this company because my husband is working in this company. So I gave him a lot of questions. I think he got tired of me, but I did what I did.
So I think that is one of the best thing to do, to get the domain knowledge, because this is something called logistic. This is logistic. So now let's say if this group applies to the particular logistics environment, it will be more effective. But awesome work. Now my question, if you can go back to your one of the slide where you're showing Excel, where you're providing story points like medium, high, and you calculated like points also. Yeah, this one, this one. If you carefully see that, you have many what you call epics, home page, about us and all. But when I go to size wise, size is changing, right? T-shirt size was M stands for month, I believe, or medium by mistake. But a month is 1.
Yeah.
Some has 0.5, especially contact us. What is the reason?
Because contact, well, we during the work in progress, we decide, we understand that the contact us, it's really important for our website, because if people wants to reach these companies, so we have to provide them clear contact where they can reach the company.
Very good. But the question is, how the size decrease? Like normally you say M stands for 1 month, but for this M stands for mid-size or medium, is 0.5. What was the reasoning behind selecting 0.5?
I'm not
So
sure how to
once
answer this question.
once we had completed the home page, about us page, and services page, we kind of had a template to work through. So once we got to the contacts page, we were able to adjust that to a half of month versus an entire month.
Wonderful. If you can go to the last slide where success criteria was defined by Jolenta. So Jolenta, I have a question for you. I like the first line, high return of investment.
Yes.
Could you tell me how would you measure that?
Because we have a lot of customers, a lot of the business is growing.
No, I understand. Business is growing is very qualitative, right? I'm doing good. But how do you measure ROI? ROI requires 2 things, right? Investment and return. During this journey,
so
calculate.
I'm sorry. So what we actually ended up seeing is that once we opened up the site for commercial use, we saw an uptick in customer presence, which is why we were able to see a high return of investment.
Yeah, so that's very good answer. Like if you can go back to the slide where your target customers, right? There was a slide, very nice slide. I saw, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. So it would be easier for you to have projection that if I do this feature, I can attract X number of careers, X number of job seeker, Y number of distributors, and you can have an opportunity, right? Like opportunity, how much you will target if I do it, and if I don't do it, how much opportunity loss will happen. That justify your ROI because you are investing cost. So if I go back, could you go to the Excel file where you have effort? Yeah, the other one. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. So here, if I see you have month of investments, right? It would be easier for you to calculate the cost to serve, which is called investment, right? You also mentioned that in your team, you have a wonderful development team. You have a product owner, your Scrum Master. So would it, if somebody asks you, what would be the total cost to deliver this product? Is there a way you can calculate? Because you have super duper, what do you call, formula here. Did you or anyone thought about like cost to serve? If not, you can write down, I'll explain later, but I really like your slides, okay? Overall, the presenter did an awesome job and the transition part was also very nice. So any question for this group before we give a thumbs up? Any questions? If not, let's give a big round.
Thank you all for having us.
Can everyone hear me? Am I audible enough? Okay, good. Thank you. Once again, good evening, everyone. This is Group 2 project to be presented by Hova, Matthew, Margaret, AG, and myself, Ola. And we as a team decided to work on Vita's Healthcare Potential Assessment Portal. First off, to elaborate more about the business, Vitas Healthcare is an healthcare organization who provides end-of-life care in the United States, and they are operating in over 50 hospice programs in 14 states in the United States, with over 10,000 employee professionals working in a closed group to provide for suffering families. And their services include patient care services, bereavement services, quality care, research and education, and so on. So what brought about this particular project? Over the years, Vital's Healthcare, there is something in Vital's Healthcare called Feedback Fiesta, where manager of each branch of Vital's Healthcare gives all employees a piece of paper at every quarter where they have to rate one another. And all this information will be gathered, and the executive will use this information to gift the best employee in the organization or to use it as a promotional purpose. So they want to stop this manual way of getting feedback from employees. And this is what brought about potential assessment, which our team is working on. Potential assessment is a platform designed for employees to assess and evaluate one another. This portal will allow employees to assess one another based on working styles, competencies, commitment to work, agility, and so on. And this information will help executive of Vitals Healthcare to make substantial decisions, as well as other objectives like streamline evaluation process, informed decision making, enhance talent management, and to provide best attention and affection to the suffering families. And this is our context diagram. So this is going to be in 3 releases. The first release will be the employee page, then the manager page, and the third release will be general manager page and other executive. But what we are working on as far as this project is concerned is release 1, which is the employee page. So far, the release 1, employee logs in with his or her username and password. After seeing his or her username and password, the employee will see his or her dashboard. Then after accessing the dashboard, the employee will be able to access the potential assessment page. After accessing the potential assessment portal, the employee will be able to rate another employee and submit, which goes to the manager, and then from the manager to the general manager and other executives. At this point, I would like to call on Matthew to talk about the wireframes of the project. Thank you.
Thank you, Olaf. Hi, everyone. This is Matthew. If you can hear me, please give me thumbs up. Thank you. Here, for the Vitas Healthcare, we create some wireframes. The first one is the login page. We use the Draw.io as a tool to create all these wireframes. The login page, you can see some buttons like home, careers, contact us, help. We also have search buttons over here. And the center of this page, you can see the login username, password. You can use it. In case if you forgot your username, password, you can use the username, password, forgot buttons. And the next page, once you log in from this page, you can go to the dashboard page. Here you have two options, dashboard and feedback. In case if you have any problems, you have the button, you can report the problem. You can also contact chat window with the customer service. There is also a notification bell over there. This page welcomes the employees. Here you can get the manager details, and also you can reviewer details. From here, when you click the feedback button, it will take you to the feedback page. Here is the feedback page. You can get the manager feedback, or you can give the your associate feedback too. Also, you can seek the feedbacks you get. You can share the feedback too. Once you click the manager feedback, it will take you to the next screen. Here, you can update your information. Here we use the scale 1 to 5 to get the assessment. We use the decision making, problem solving, motivation, active listening, coaching, empathy. These are mainly we are focusing. And in case if you don't like it, you can cancel this. And also, if you like it, you can share this with your associates. And the other option, you have the associate feedback, the same like you can update all your informations here. Also, you are using the same scale 1 to 5 here, same like the manager page, decision making, problem solving, motivation, active listening. And once you finish it, you can share the screen. Otherwise, if you want, you can cancel it and you can start over again. And next screen, I would like to transfer to Margaret, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew, and good evening to all. And now I'll like to share you about our Miro board brainstorming. We have used Miro board for brainstorming, where we got ideas from our team. Everybody put their ideas, what we are going to use in this project and what we are going to work and how we are going to enhance our project. All the ideas we used Miro board for our easygoing purpose. And then I will be talking about the product roadmap. Here we have 3 epics, and for the epics, we have set our release duration from 3rd April to 30th June, where we have divided our works in different sprints and worked on. And now I'll go to the release flow map, where we have done it for the first release. We have 3 epics for user management, dashboard, and feedback. And for user management and for all the 3, we have created different stories and have worked on it. Now I'd like to take you to our JIRA software. This is our first backlog page, where we have shown you about all our epics, user management, dashboard, and feedback. These are the 3 epics. We have worked on it. And for user management, we have used it to manage all our user inputs and obtaining the login and all those details. And for the first user management, we have the first story as login, and the next is sign up. And in the login, as a customer, what we have to do is mentioned there is what we have done there, and we have several acceptance criteria for each and every stories we have done. We have worked on it. If for login, when you log in, you should see your details there. It should be placed there. If you are not able to view it, then it will display you as an error message. And for the sign up as an employee, you should be able to sign up and see all your details, passwords, and everything. And moving on to the next story, it's about forget username and forget password. But as a customer, you should be able to use that thing if you forget your username or password. And this is done through, as we have assigned an email for that. The links are sent to email, and so that it will be helpful to for the customer if they forget their username or password. Now I'd like to pass this over to Purva. Purva, can you take it over?
Thank you, Margaret. So now the second epic is the dashboard. In dashboard, we are having two user stories, employee details and page banner. Employee details, in employee details, we'll have the employee details and the manager details and the general manager details. And also we can edit and email the general manager and manager as well. Then the second story is the page banner. In page banner, we have two user stories like employee details. In page banner, we are going to have like company logo at the left corner, then link to report the problem and to get the notification alerts and able to change the password if needed. Now the third epic is the feedback. In feedback, we have three stories: feedback, manager feedback, and associate feedback. In feedback, we can get the feedback notifications with share button and the manager feedback button to open the form and submit manager feedback and associate feedback button. When you click the manager feedback button, it goes to the second user story, which will have a short text and ratings for the leadership qualities, cancel button to cancel the form if we want to fill it afterwards, and submit button if we are done with that. And this is the snapshot of the sprint 3, which is in progress for now. Here we can see, like in sprint 3, we have these three stories going on, in which these are the subtasks for each stories. Some are in progress and some are done. So, and while the review of the sprint 2, we had some stakeholders ask for some changes. So as I am the product owner, I just put that changes were mostly in the page banner. So we put it back into the backlog, and this backlog, we generated this Word document where it was mentioned that they wanted the report the problem and notifications place interchanged. So this was, and as this task was assigned to Margaret, so my and Margaret name is added to it. And same way, the backlog was added after discussing with the team. The backlog was added to sprint 3 as it was not a major change, and we were able to cover it in sprint 3. Now I would like to hand it over to AG.
Good evening, everyone. If you have any issues hearing me or understanding me, please throw a hands up in the chat. I'm here to discuss the most important pillar. Well, one of the most important pillars of the process is transparency. So here we have the cumulative flow diagram. In the cumulative flow diagram, what we have is the work that's been done, what's still to be done, and what we've already completed and what we need to do. So the orange represents what we still need to do. With the sprint lasts until June. So right now we're working on the final stages of everything. So moving past this transition of the flow diagram. All right, so now what we're looking at here, we really want to be transparent. So we're looking at all the tasks that were assigned, who they were assigned to, will be completed so far. We want to make sure that you understand what work is being done, who's doing it, and why it's being done. All right, so in each vigil, we'll be showing each task that was done. Some of the tools we use as a team were, we use JIRA as one of the main projects. We use Miro. We use a lot of Gmail and Google Docs. Google Videos, we used WebEx, and we also used, oh, excuse me. All right, and we also used, oh my goodness, we used several other, other softwares in order to get this project complete. Now, you listen to my team speak about it. We have the product owner, Purva. We have the Scrum Master, Matthew, and the developers, myself, Margaret, and Ola. In this process, we were very clear on who was doing what, why we were doing, and what the ultimate outcome was, what work has been done, what needs to be done. Now, if there's any questions or concerns that we'd like to discuss, please move forward.
First of all, excellent. Give a big round to this group. I like the transitions overall. The voice, everyone is clear. I think everyone set the stage clearly. One by one, everyone did their part very well. I think they use verbiage of our Scrum and JIRA. So excellent work, complete team. Seems like everyone has actively participated. Looks like a very good, what do you call, kind of easy language movie going on. I didn't want to stop them because it was going smooth. So thank you. Now the question is, the first question, Margaret, I have for you. So when you were developing the stories and in a JIRA and all, I like the way you define like in a release and then you say epic and then you have stories. Could you tell me like how did you prioritize one epic versus other, and you selected that in a first release versus second release? What was the what do you call it, decision factor?
Because the most important thing we have to do is user management. First comes the user. Only with that we could continue with the others. So that we decided to do the user management in our first sprint, first epic, so that after the user gets all the things they have to do, with that only we could continue our feedback page and our manager portal, everything. Only if the user sends the feedback, then the manager can react to it.
Got it. But while you are doing the functional aspect, did you consider any non-functional aspect? Because this is your first epic, right? And you are saying, hey, I'm going to develop this wireframe. I like, Matthew shared the wireframe. It appears you are developing first time. So what are your enablers, or what are your non-functional tasks for this epic?
I think the non-functional task will be something like, other than the feedback thing, we have to, I think I can hand this question to Matthew as he developed the wireframe diagrams. He'll be able to answer more.
Okay. So Matthew, let me repeat my question so you can understand. Like anytime you do functionality development, especially it's a brand new project, a brand new team, and anytime you do first thing, right, there are certain non-functional tasks are needed. So did you consider those enabler, or what do you call non-functional tasks for this story or this epic?
Non-functional.
So let me make it a little easier for you. You are developing user management, right? So someone needs to configure laptop or desktop or software or hardware. Someone needs to buy software. Someone needs to do all those basic groundwork so you can have development starts. Did you guys consider that?
Can I step in?
So,
yeah, sure.
Yes,
if it's all right if I speak. If it's all right if I speak. So naturally, that's always considered, because that's a primary part of giving the customers or giving them, providing with the page, even for log anything else. We have to create the database for the names, for the logins. We have to create the tables and everything else for that process. So that's always considered primarily. It's the first thing we have to do in order to get to the main delivery.
Very good.
Non-functional task.
Thank you. Ola, this question for you. First of all, you had a very good start. I like the way you kind of set the stage. Question for you. What value this product or this work business will get? What value business will get from this product or project?
Yeah, just thank you. So just like I explained initially, but for over the years, they've been doing all this process manually. So, but since our team came in, we were able to do it and create a portal where they will be doing, where they will be where all the employees will be able to access this portal and access one another. So what they will be able to get out of this is they will be able to there will be a platform where they will be able to access one another, which will not be a kind of way where they will have to write some informations about one employee or another and then lose some kind of information. But when they have it on a portal like this, it will be, it will be able to help the whole organization.
Yeah, but those are still process, right? Those are functions. What is the value? If I do paperwork versus online, you're just transforming, right? What's the value? What am I going to save? What am I going to gain? What pain you are releasing, right? What gain you are providing?
Yeah, just like I explained initially, it would be less stressful, because just like I said, initially it is done in a kind of stressful way. But if, as we are creating a model for this kind of process, it will ease stress for the whole organization.
Okay, so give a big round, and we're almost done. So overall, good job.